Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Onset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. All right, guys, let's see. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and please pass it on to someone else too, okay? All right, guys. Now, you will remember, some of you will remember that I talked about Aquarius not liking people telling us what to do. This was a video I did a ways back. I'll look for it and I'll put it up here if I find it. And I told you guys that we really don't like people telling us what to do. And one of the reasons why we don't like that is because most people who are trying to tell us what to do don't know what they're talking about. And they definitely don't know more about what they're telling us most of the time than we do. And I know that sounds crazy. You're probably like, what? I know that sounds crazy, but any Aquarius that are out there will tell you that we're not all smart. We're not all on top of our game, but many of us are very intelligent, and many of us like to read and like to research. And many of us, if it's a topic that we're into, we know that shit frontwards, backwards, and sideways. And then here comes Joe Anybody trying to tell us about something that we've been researching for 15 years and they haven't even read a webpage on. You know? So a lot of Aquarius get irritated with that. But today I want to tell you another reason that also piggybacks on that, and a lot of Aquarius have talked to me about, because you know I have little Aquarius powwows, meaning Aquarius get together and put our heads together. And in one of those Aquarius powwows, they were saying to me that another thing that they really cannot stand is when people try to tell them what to do based on their own agenda. So people who, like your mom or your Aunt TT, you know, who keeps on coming over every Christmas and telling you you need to go to church with her. But she doesn't know anything about your spirituality. She doesn't know anything about your life. The only thing she knows is the gossip that she hears from your mom and them. You know? She doesn't know anything about you. She doesn't know anything. And she's always trying to give you advice, but it's not advice for you because she doesn't really know you. Let's keep it real. And this happens all the time. It happens with Aunt TT, happens with your mama and them, it happens with your father, it happens in different friend groups you go into. It might even happen with your mentors or some of the people that you really are close to. Because these people in a lot of cases mean well, but they don't realize that the advice that they're giving you is not for you, it's for them. They are telling you what to do that will make them feel more comfortable with you when they're around you, you know? It makes Aunt TT feel better if you go to church with her. It makes her feel better about herself and her ideologies, and makes her feel like she's right, you see? So people will give you advice based on their agenda, and that's what I don't like. That's one of the things I don't like. And me and the Aquarius are talking about, that's one of the reasons why we don't listen to people. That's one of the reasons, the other reasons why we just don't listen to people and why we shut them off when they're even talking sometimes. Because if we're talking to them and we feel this kind of vibration, like they're just telling me what's on their agenda, you know? Or if we feel like there's an ulterior motive to what they're saying to us and we feel it intuitively, and then the conversation is over. It happens to me all the time. People will tell me, I had one girl, she don't even know me. She said this to me at Ask an Aquarius. She might have watched a video or two, maybe didn't even do that. And she was saying to me, oh, you don't need to be a witch. You need Jesus. And I'm like, bitch, you don't even know me to know what I need. You know nothing about me. You know maybe this video, maybe some other ones, but that's all you know about me. You've never had a conversation with me. You know nothing about me, and you probably don't even know much about the Jesus that you're calling upon. I probably know more about him than you do. Keep it real. Okay? So these kind of things happen all the time, and it's one of the reasons why Aquarius have a tendency to seem like we're hard-headed or we don't want to listen. It's because we pick up on these little nuances. We pick up on what the person is saying to us isn't for us, it's for them. They want you to do what they want you to do, you know? Some of the times people will tell me, oh, you're so pretty, you should get a husband. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Do you even know me? Do you even know me? Because if you knew me, you would know better than to say that. For me and the other person, you would know better than to say that. Because they're not telling me that for me. They're not saying that because they think it's a good idea for my life. They're telling me because they would be more comfortable with my sexuality if I was heterosexual. That's really what they're saying to me. And I peeped that that's what they're saying, but they don't even realize that that's what they're saying. They think they're helping me. Fuck out of here. You're trying to help yourself. Make yourself feel more comfortable. And I'm not here to make you comfortable. My life is not a testimony to make yours more comfortable. You know, I got a mission, I got a purpose, I got intentions of my own. I'm not here to entertain you. So I just wanted to point that out because I think a lot of people miss that, and they'd be like, the Aquarius don't listen. The Aquarius think they know everything. And some of us do. If you get certain vibrational Aquarius, especially them dark ones, those negative ones, they do think they know everything, and they're not going to listen just because they're not going to listen. But it's other reasons, like the one I'm stating right now, why Aquarius may not listen to somebody, why Aquarius may shut off in the conversation. There's other reasons too, and this is one of them, and this is one of the ones I see the most often. I see this with a lot of people who are supposedly well-meaning, and I think some of them are well-meaning. I think most people who do this, and I think a lot of people do this, if you think about your life, think about all the people who give you unsolicited advice. Now think about how many of them are giving you that advice based on their agenda, because they will be happier or more comfortable if you are or aren't a certain thing. And I really think it's messed up, because people don't stop to think, is this person happy? Why are you giving me advice and you don't even know if my life is working for me? My life might be working as it is, but since you don't know me, since you haven't taken the time to talk to me or get to know me, and you've made judgments based on your own prejudice or what you heard, you can't give me appropriate advice. So those kinds of people really, they really annoy me. They really annoy me, and I have a tendency not to talk to them frequently, because even though many of them are well-meaning, they never get that point. So every time I see them, every time you see them, they're coming with the same damn agenda. Either a religious agenda, a sexuality agenda, or let's say it's your job. Let's say you are doing a kind of job that makes you happy, makes you fulfilled, but you're really not making a lot of money. And every time you turn around, here comes your brother, here comes your sister telling you, oh, you should apply at my job, or you should get a job with the state, or you should do this, or you should do that. Not even knowing that you love what you're doing, not even caring. They don't even care if you're happy. When people try to tell me what to do, I'm usually happier than they are. My life is happier than everybody who's trying to tell me to change my life. So why would I change from a happy life to a miserable one like yours? That doesn't make sense. Now, if somebody came to me and was telling me, you know, like if Oprah came to me and was telling me some things, I would listen, because her life is happy, happier than mine, and she's much more successful, got a lot more money, got a lot more going on. So somebody like that I would listen to, because 9 times out of 10, whatever she said to me wouldn't be coming from a space of her own unhappy agenda. You know, but the people that I'm talking about aren't coming from that space, and they're coming at you, they're coming at me, and they're not coming at us from a space of happiness and fulfillment and, oh, I just want to put you on too. They're coming from a space of, I would be happier if you did X. Not caring if you're happy or not even asking you those kinds of questions. They start giving advice before they even ask you where you're at. Are you happy? Are you in a good space? They start giving advice from the gate off what they heard or off what they think. Your mom told them you got this job. Your mom told them you're doing X. Your mom told them you're a Muslim now. You know, your mom, your sister, your somebody told them something, and now they got all this shit to say without even knowing what impact it had on you, positive or negative. It's just they want to feed their own freaking agenda. And that's the problem that I have with a lot of people, and that's the problem that a lot of Aquarius have when people start coming at us with their advice. So just know that it's not always that the Aquarius is being arrogant. Some of the times it can be that. Some of the times we can be being stubborn or bullheaded. And some of the times it's one of the things that I talked about today. And it is a couple more too. And you know I'm going to continue to do videos. And I'll mention this topic again because there's one or two other ones that go along with this. But this is the one I wanted you to consider today. Okay? All right, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have a comment about what I said, such as, tell me, have you experienced this? Or are you one of those people who's always pushing their agenda on others? And do you recognize how that can be problematic and hurtful to the people that you're talking to? All right. Also, if you would like to get a reading done, please email me and I'll give you an appointment. And come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.